Okay, so Kahoot, pretty simple to use. This is what you're going to see when you start up. So if you want to start a new Kahoot game, go up to Create, New Kahoot, Title. I'm going to make one about Star Trek because I'm a big nerd. You can give it descriptions and stuff like that. I usually don't unless I'm planning on sharing them. Um, but I like to have a title to stay organized. So let's say my first question is, who is the captain of the USS Enterprise? And then I come up with a couple potential answers. So I could say Catherine Janeway. I could say William T. Riker. I could say James T. Kirk. Or I could say Benjamin Sisko. And as all good Trek fans know, Captain Kirk is the captain of the Enterprise. And so I'm done with that question, right? Because sometimes, if you want, you can add a picture or upload an image, but a lot of the time, Kahoot will make you pay for that. So if I want to add another question, I could do a true-false question. True or false? Kirk could beat Picard in a fight. And as we all know, that is false. And let's say those are the only two questions I'm going to do. Granted, you're going to do way more than two questions, but that's the general vibe of it. And so now I'm done. I could test it. I could play it. I could share it. Let's test the Kahoot and see what happens. So the kids on their phones would then put in the game pin 1100315, enter it, put in their name, and then we can start. Oh, here we go. Who's the captain of the Enterprise? I'm going to answer on my phone. Ooh, it's Kirk. And once everybody answers, you get points based on how quickly you answer and if you get it correctly. Next. Let's see if the true or false question worked. False. So you got less points that time. Then you get points because of a streak. So that is how the Kahoots are going to work. Now, let's say I didn't want to test that and instead wanted to see if there was already a Kahoot made about Star Trek. Oh, and look at that. There's tons of Kahoots about Star Trek. Just like there's going to be tons of quizzes about the math or the geography or the Spanish that you teach. So it's always good to use the Discover function to see if you can find some good Kahoots that are already made. A little bit less work for you. Always recommend previewing because you never know how people teach differently. But in a nutshell, that is how you create, use, and discover new Kahoots.